are you? My name is Heather Duncan, and today we're going to be doing these cute little splat creatures. That's what I'm going to call them today. But essentially it's just dropping some paint onto the paper and then blowing it with the straw to make these really cool little shapes, and then we're going to make creatures out of our shapes, okay? So let's go over our materials today before we jump in. Today you're going to need a paintbrush and some water, some watercolor paper. Copy paper would probably do for this activity if you don't have watercolor paper. We're going to be using some watercolors. I have neon watercolors here, a straw, which is important, and then I have some black paint that we're going to be using to add the eyes and the mouths of our little creatures. All right, are you ready to jump in? First, we're going to make all of the little splats, is what I'm going to call them, but basically we just put a dime size amount of watercolor onto our paper, and then we're going to blow it to make it kind of into a creature. After that, we're going to add our circular eyeballs, and then we're going to add black mouths and black dots into our eyeballs, okay? It's a very easy process. It doesn't take long. And really, you can just go with it. It's just, let's just do one creature at a time. And yeah, see where the process takes you, okay? First, I'm going to get my brush pretty wet, and I'm going to come up here to the corner of my paper, make sure my paper is in frame. I'm going to come up here to the corner of my paper. I'm just going to add a really good gloppy kind of dime sized dot onto my paper like so, okay? And I want it to be real wet because I want to be able to blow it. Now I'm going to take my straw, and I have to come up here and get on top. Ooh, it looks so good. You have to get on top of the creature or the splat here so that your paint doesn't go out. It kind of goes out evenly, okay? So that's a key thing to do when you're creating these little creatures. Let's create a second one. I'm gonna create all my little creatures first, and then I'm going to add the eyeballs. Okay? So I'm going to add a blue one, and I might not do too many of them, because after you see them like 3 or 4 times, you kind of get the point. But you can do a ton of them. I just blow hard, and it goes everywhere. Okay? Oh, you look so cute. And I like to do all sorts of colors of them. I'm going to do a green one next. I'll do the green one right here. Add this over here. Timber. Alright, so I have 3 little guys done. I'm going to add maybe a yellow guy over here. I love these neon colors, especially in the kind of doldrums of winter. Doldrums mean like gray skies. Sometimes winter can kind of be gray, can't it? Ooh, that one kind of looks like a little fish, like an angelfish or something. Kind of cool. Yeah, kind of spread him out a bit. And notice I did that twice, okay? So don't feel like you have to get it right the first time when you blow. You can definitely use your straw and kind of blow the paint out a second time, okay? Here I go with my next one. Sometimes I like these long ones, and I make that into a tail. It's kind of fun. Let's do a pink one. Oh yeah, look at those legs. it's going to be perfect. And I might do one more blue one over here. Okay. There we go. Looks good. All right, now we're going to make these into little creatures with our eyeballs and our smiles, okay? Now we're going to put the eyeballs onto our little creatures. Okay, and to do that, first I'm going to use some color and just create like spaces where I feel like I want the eyeballs. So I'm gonna do like 2 eyeballs right here, and notice that they're up a little bit. They're not touching my creature. Now like here's 2 little lines. I'm gonna use these lines here to like make it look like little tentacles or something, like the eyes are coming off of them. The same, I'm gonna use some yellow for this pink one. Right here, there's 2 little kind of pink lines that I'm going to use as like where my eyes are going to be. Okay, so just kind of look around and see where do you think some eyes would most likely land on your little splat people. Okay, there's another one. I'm gonna do I'm gonna put his eyes over here kind of to the side. I think he's jumping. He's doing a little pirouette or something. Might do some pink eyes for this green guy. I might put his eyes this way. Doink. And then for my yellow guy, let's do some blue eyes. Yeah. And his eyes might go right here. Okay. Now I have to kind of let these things dry, and it does kind of take a minute to let these things dry, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black and I'm going to put, while my eyes dry, I'm going to find some little places to put their mouths, okay? And this is just black tempera paint, which tempera paint is like a craft paint you use in the classroom. And I'm just gonna put just a little smile where I think maybe it might look good. There. And just a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to put much at all. This one definitely is gonna go here. That guy's still pretty wet. This guy, he's gonna go there. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing with their eyes. I'm going to put the black in for their little pupils. Let's see if I can do this. There. There. You just kind of touch it. You don't have to, you know, be perfect. Just that and that. He might be a little cross-eyed. Oh, let's do that. And then he still needs a little mouth. There we go. Ta-da! Perfect! Alright, our splat creatures are done. Now, I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 splat creatures, but honestly, you could do 10, 11. This one I did quite a bit more, if you want to see. Okay, did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 little creatures. So you can do as many as you want. Alright, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you had so much fun. This is a fun little process art activity. If you wanted to, you could name them, you could make them have little superpowers, you could, you know, do whatever you wanted with them. You could even do little individual cards or something. That might be fun. Create a little cast of characters. So whatever you want to do, this is an open-ended art invitation here, okay? Hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me and being creative at home.